Hello! Today is an update on our garden. Today is February 28th, 2021. We had expected to get a little more done than we did, but Texas as a whole got hit by a pretty severe ice and snowstorm. We had lost power for a couple of days, got it back for about 12 hours and lost it again for another 5, lost water. Everyone in the area had done so. So we just holed up inside with the fireplace and kept as warm as we could. But now we're back on track. I hope you enjoy. We've got some shots of the snow in there, and we have made quite a bit of progress, especially on Mom's garden. Hers is looking really good, and I think another 1 or 2 days of some intense sweat equity, and we'll have her there. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great rest of your day. You know, I've lived in Texas all of my 50 some odd years, and this is the most snow that I personally have ever seen in Texas. Never seen anything like this. We're in central Texas, outside of Austin, and this was just absolutely insane, but beautiful. The fact that we lost power for a few days made it a little more interesting, but we made it through just fine, and so happy we got some of these videos to take a look at because it was just stunning out here. But the gardens, of course, were completely covered in snow. Did have some heat frames, and they were covered, but luckily we didn't have any plants in there as it was down to 0 degrees one night and single digits for several others. So this is a garden after the actual snow melted. This is just, believe it or not, 3 or 4 days after that video that you saw just a moment ago. We have done quite a bit of work on the large garden. We've gotten all the old beds cleaned out, got new soil put into each of those 6 beds. We did the poison down along the base, and as you'll see here, we still have some plants to get out. I'll go through with one more round and then we'll pick those up manually, and still need to get some more gravel and put in. But for the most part, we came out of this smelling like a rose. None of the irrigation systems froze up. The houses came through fine, so we're, knock on wood, extremely happy with the way things went. So with this main garden here, this berm here on the left, I still need to bury the hoses. I am reworking this long berm. I've started adding stones, and as you can see kind of down the middle there, quite a bit of soil makes it through. So we're going to redo that piecemeal with cinder blocks. It won't look as pretty, but by golly, they're going to hold a lot more soil and they'll hold it in. So we will continue going on the big bed. So the next time you see this, we should have everything good to go and some plants in the ground. And then this bed here is the front of the house and major rework. That bed here to the right didn't exist before, and I'm kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm pulling some stones out of one of the other berms and reworking these. So once I finished up this bed here, I'm going to make another kidney bed exactly opposite and just mirror it, and then we'll wind up with 2 more of these small berms left. And then the other 4 raised beds that are in there are good to go. And believe it or not, also we had our herbs made it through the snowstorm. We had them covered, but really didn't expect them to make it. So we were tickled pink that they made it. And we lost some cedar trees as well in the storm. Some big limbs fell over, and we were going to cut a few down. So we're going to have plenty extra cedar wood to make a pergola over here on the left side of this. And then here is Mom's garden, and you can see a little picture in the top right hand corner of what it looked like a month ago. We pulled out everything, all of the raised beds, all of the soil, all of the planters, everything, and then brought in a bunch of cinder blocks and are about halfway through laying them out. We've got 2 of them done, and then we're going to wind up coming around this corner with more. Just basically all of the inside is going to have these cinder blocks, and they're 2 deep, so we've got a solid 16 inches of soil. And they also are about ready to go. What I've got left to do on these is I need to put in the hoses, make up the irrigation hoses, and get those in and settled. And then we're thinking about maybe a raised bed in the middle, we'll see. So much progress has been made over the last month. Appreciate you guys watching, and then I've got a little treat for you here with a giant grub worm. So we're putting in a garden and dug this absolutely unit of a grub worm out.
I don't think we've ever seen one this big. It is huge. So we're gonna give it to some chickens and they're gonna have some fun.